Connor Newman, and this is August 2017's Helios Tarot Forecast, drawn to match and speak to your personal astrological zodiac sign. Check out my website, iamhelios.com, and investigate all that I have to offer there, personal readings, courses, etc., and subscribe if you would like to receive updates. Also follow the link below to Annie Botticelli's Storyteller forecasts and be fascinated by how astrology plays into this all so beautifully. Okay, let's get started. Alright, Aquarius, here is your 5-card tarot spread for the month of August. And you have a central theme here, 2-dimensional timeline options, a past section, and a fate section. Here in your central theme you have the Princess of Cups, one of the court members. And there are 16 court members, which beautifully correspond to the 16 Myers-Briggs personality profiling system types or profiles. And this particular one corresponds with the INFP, or the introverted, intuitive, feeling perceiver. So somebody who has strict personal values, seeking inner and outer order. Somebody who's very creative, but non-directive and reserved, but idealistic. Somebody who has a very clear view on how things should be. And this is actually a very good match for Aquarius in general. Now, so what does the central theme mean? This is the overall arc of this tarot spread that we're talking about. It's sort of alluding to the general theme that it's trying to convey, but also this is an aspect of yourself that is coming forward as the result of this. It may also be, it could actually be the personality profile of somebody who's especially influential to your life at this time, and it's also one of the major motivating forces behind the choice that you are ultimately making between these two options, as you are currently in a fork in the road. We all really are at any juncture of our lives, especially considering the nature of, manifestation from the quantum potentiality, the solidification of matter and the collapsing of, infinite quantum potentiality into singular particles that eventually become structured into matter and consequently circumstances. But arguably all rooted quite deeply, if not entirely, in the perceptions, choices, and the expectations of the observer, that being you. So, quite simply, according to the circumstances that you have, there are two basic and very simple choices: work or pleasure, work or play. You have 2 6s in your dimensional timeline options, and the 6s correspond with the Spherith 6, of course, on the Tree of Life, Tiferet, which carries themes of beauty and divinity and spirituality and balance. So that, as manifest through, on the one hand, through water, through cups, that's actually pleasure, harmony, sexual fulfillment, and creativity, creativity adequately expressed. So that can be quite satisfying, and satisfaction is really the overall theme there. On the other hand, through the 6 of Swords, Tiferet manifests through air, in this case, is actually clarity. Clarity gained, mind over circumstances. Okay, so this is action and thought for the sake of achieving specific ends, so as to gain the upper hand over natural, perhaps uncomfortable or inconvenient circumstances. So, work or play. It really is that simple. We don't have to overthink that one. But what has led you here? The 2 of Swords in your past. So, second Spherith as manifest through air, which is a breath of stillness. Amidst the tumultuous, warlike situation that carries, a theme that carries all the way through the Swords suit. So this is like a rest and a recovery, but a temporary one. So you came to a point of stillness, like from a very active lifestyle, perhaps, or at least a very busy, a very demanding, high-pressure sort of situation that came to just enough of a standstill to allow you to enter this personality profile, the Princess of Cups, just enough to be able to even perceive the choices that you have, which can be broken down as simply as to work or to play, or to considering the nature of the 2 of Swords and considering the carryover of the suit, to continue doing things as you've always done, or as you have been doing through the experience of the Swords suit so far, by electing another Swords card, by continuing to work, or doing something different, stepping back and playing and pursuing things that might be a little more in line with what you actually want from life. Maybe you need the experiential interaction with that which you may believe yourself to be working towards. So maybe you need to take a time off. Perfect time for a vacation. I think part of the function of a vacation, if it has to have a function, of course, is to remind us what we're working for. So you may be in need of exactly that. So let's consider where you're going with all of this. The Four of Wands. The Four corresponding with Chesed on the Tree of Life, Sphere of 4, as manifest in this case through fire, is actually balance and correction and completion. So this is a restoration card, and this is in your fate. So this would be enough to, I think, suggest at least that you have a potential or an option to take some time off coming up now. An option to step back and recover and recuperate and rejuvenate and get in touch with, that which perhaps initially inspired you to work so hard or to consider these things so carefully. This is not, of course, exclusively pertaining to work, career, service, job, that kind of thing, but that which you take most seriously, that which occupies your time and your mind and your focus so much. Taking a time away from that, stepping back from that might be extremely beneficial to you right now. And the Princess of Cups is all about that. I think the Princess of Cups is quite natural in the position of playing and really indulging in pleasures. She thrives there. The princesses, unlike the queens, the princes and the princesses, unlike the queens and kings, have still the luxury of not, being weighed down by the burden of responsibility so much. You're still within the realm where you can actually elect what you do to a degree, or at least within this circumstance. You have the option now. So there are two cards implying that you could actually step back and everything would be fine. Everything's not going to fall apart. But ultimately, whatever path you choose, whether you choose to continue working or continue to or choose to play, the Six of Swords or the Six of Cups, either of these cards is going to lead to the same thing, the Four of Wands. This is your fate card. So there is going to be, you are going to achieve a new level of balance. You are going to come to a sense of completion that you haven't had before. And this is just one step of many, okay? This is not a glimpse into some drastic and dramatic fate of yours that you need to be planning for now. No, this is one small step amidst a lifetime of either similar or drastically different strides. So really, this is about electing an experience, and I would personally suggest that the Six of Cups might be the more enjoyable one. It is said that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Two of Swords, pretty dull. Six of Swords, pretty dull. Six of Cups, not so much. And the Four of Wands is a pretty good card to have coming up over the horizon. So that about wraps this up. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. Don't forget to check out my website, IamHelios.com, and consider taking one of my courses or signing up for a personal reading, especially if you want to take this so much deeper, so much further than we have here. Thank you.